Good morning, everybody. Lone Wolf Rick here. It is Monday morning here in Las Vegas, about 9:30 a.m. 56 degrees right now. Looking at a high of 72 today. So we're looking around here on the south end of the Strip. Hope everybody had a great weekend. It was a very busy weekend here in Las Vegas with all of the basketball tournaments in town, and we're heading towards the March Madness here on the Strip. And like I stated in one of the other videos, it's the second most bet sporting event, right behind the Super Bowl here in Las Vegas and Nevada. And in fact, it's already gotten underway. The lines came out yesterday after the selection committee gave out the infamous brackets. You've probably seen them, and maybe even your work has those bracket pools. And once they were released, and then the sports books put the line up from the odds makers, the betting started. And a lot of the sharps have already moved some of the lines here in Las Vegas. What is a sharp? Those are the wise guys. The wise guys, the sharps, are the people, the movers and shakers. It's like in the sports betting world. They're the ones that do it for a living, and will bet hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars. It's like on games. And the lines will move accordingly to what they bet. So that already happened yesterday, and one of the big games that moved was the Loyola Chicago and Ohio State. As all the sharps, jumped all over Loyola Chicago, not only to cover the spread but to beat Ohio State outright. That line opened. Ohio State was a 1.5 point favorite, and they jumped on that line, betting hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's into the millions of dollars ranges, betting Loyola Chicago. So that line moved. Ohio State was a 1.5 point favorite, and that line moved to where now it's Loyola Chicago is a 1.5 point favorite. So it shows it's interesting that right out of the gate, when these white guys, these sharps see a line or they see a game, as soon as it comes up, it's they're on it. It's they know exactly what they're looking for. Some of the other line moves, from the professional sports bettors, was games that they like that came out when they set the lines yesterday. South Dakota State opened up a 2 point favorite, or 2 point underdog. I'm sorry. South Dakota State opened a 2 point underdog to Providence. Providence was the regular season champion in the Big East, but the Sharps love South Dakota State to win that game. The +2 was the opening line. The Sharps are also betting Akron, the Akron Zips, plus the 16 points over UCLA, which is interesting. It's here, especially on the West Coast, usually teams like UCLA get a lot of play, and that still might be the case. But the early money, has come in on Akron. As far as a couple of favorites go, it's that the Sharps were betting. Auburn Tigers were opening -15.5 against Jacksonville State, and Sharps money was early on Auburn, -15.5. And the same as in the Purdue. Purdue opened up 15.5 against Yale from the Ivy League. And the Sharps were all over Purdue at -15.5. Another big underdog, the Sharps were on, was Colgate +9, and they're playing Wisconsin. And Wisconsin's usually a pretty public team here in Las Vegas, but not for the reasons of this tournament so far, as the sharp money came in on Colgate plus the 9 points against Wisconsin. Now, what that means is if you're kind of new, it's to the betting. I'll give you this game as an example. Colgate doesn't have to win the game. Colgate is getting 9 points right out of the gate. So before this game started, it's like, you know, in the mythical sports betting world, Colgate is starting out to a 9-0 lead. So if this game ends up where it's say 50 to 45, and Wisconsin wins the game, Colgate still wins the money because they're getting plus 9 points. So from the betting point standpoint, it's like Colgate will win the game 54-50 as far as the money goes. Just for, you know, if you don't know how like the spreads work or whatever, that gives you a rough idea. So that game right out of the gate is Colgate 9-0. So they just have to hang on to that lead as far as the sports betting world goes. The two other games, it's like that the Sharps were on. San Diego State -2 against Creighton, and they were all over San Diego State. Early money came in on them. And Memphis -2 against Boise State, and the early money came in on Memphis minus the 2 points against Boise State. So there you go. There was the sharp money that came in for this tournament. Like I said, millions and millions of dollars are bet on these games. It's like coming out of the gate. And since the last couple of years, it's like as far as with the pandemic and everything, these sharps are biting at the bit. It's like, you know, to get bets in. It's like on these games. But that doesn't mean they don't treat it like a business. They look at the lines, and they will treat it like a business, absolutely. So that's pretty much it. There was nothing else that really happened. I didn't read anything about any jackpots hit, or there was no real problems or damage or danger here in Las Vegas this weekend. As a lot of fun. It's like all these fans, it's like for these basketball games, it's like that they were having a great time here in Vegas. For everything I saw, casinos were super busy, and it was just really fun time here in Vegas. Like I said, it's like a lot of Arizona t-shirts and jerseys and stuff. So Arizona traveled real well up here. It's like for that Pac-12 tournament, and they actually won. They were the Pac-12 champions. All right, everybody, I think that's going to do it for today's video. Lone Wolf Rick, thank you very much for joining me. I greatly appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. We greatly appreciate that. And to all of our subscribers and everybody that watches our channel, thank you very much. We greatly appreciate y'all. All right, everybody, it's like I'm going to scour the strip here for the day and see if I can find anything else that's going on that might be of interest. And if I find something, I'll definitely post it. Everybody, take care of yourselves, okay? Stay healthy, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye, everybody.